Riccardo Calafiori had a fantastic game against Manchester City. I know he got spun a couple of times. I know he was kind of caught out defensively a couple of times as well. But today I'm just going to go through his performance, what I loved from him and what we can expect in the future. So of course, this first image just showing his anticipation, reading the ball really well. He knows the ball's going to come there. You know, he's an active sort of defender. He wants to attack the ball. He wants to get to the ball first. He's aggressive, and that's really, really good. I love that about him. You know, most defenders have this within them, especially when they're defending wide areas. They love to anticipate the ball, and Calafiori certainly has that. But what I enjoyed more is actually how he responded after the interception. It's something a bit different. You know, a lot of defenders can be quite passive, you know, win that ball back, recycle it, but Calafiori is all about driving the ball, creating opportunities, getting into attacking areas, and look how far he travels with that ball. Just really, really good stuff. I absolutely love this from him. You know, attacking the space, seeing if there's options around him. Yes, he got halted in this sort of area of the pitch where he had to pass backwards, but it's the intent. You know, maybe another day, you know, Trossard makes that run down this line, Calafiori can spin one in there. That is what can happen, and Calafiori allows these sort of scenarios to happen. And I'm sure when he's on a better wavelength with his teammates who know he loves to drive the ball, knows he loves to anticipate, Trossard will make those runs and Calafiori will make that pass in there, and we can, you know, be on an attacking sort of position. But I really loved not only the brilliant anticipation, but also how he reacted and how he wanted to get forward to create an opportunity straight away. And it just helps, you know, having a left-footed player, it makes anticipation quite easy. Look at his foot, his position, his stance. He's ready to receive it on his left foot to drive. If it was Timber there, you know, he'd attack it with his right foot and maybe come inside to this traffic sort of area. But with Calafiori on his left foot, he can drive down the byline and create an opportunity, and it's just really, really good to see that. But that's not it. You know, we saw some more beautiful stuff from him. Of course, we have the goal, which I absolutely loved, but it's more his positioning in the game, you know, picking up the ball in this really good area, this sort of position. You know, City, look how many men behind the ball they have. You know, they talk about Arsenal and how they defended, but look how many players City have surrounding the box. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players, and then Edison 10. The only player in a forward area is Erling Haaland. So I don't understand this sort of thing. Arsenal defend with 10 men behind the ball. Every good side does it, and Calafiori finds a beautiful area here, and it's all about his quality. We've all seen his goal. I don't really need to show that to you, but when he receives it in there, again, it's him attacking the ball. It can be easy for him to wait for it to come to his feet, but no, we talked about him being an aggressive player. He's aggressive both defensively and offensively, and that is what I really, really love about him, to be honest. Attacking the ball, getting into those areas, and, you know, whipping a lovely shot into that top corner, which Edison couldn't save. And it was just really nice to see him go over to Mikel Arteta as well, celebrate with Arteta. Really shows the unity within the squad. Arteta's quite literally changed his life, you know, in terms of giving him the opportunity to thrive in this beautiful sort of role, and what a goal that was. And of course, again, we see this in this second image. I love the position he picked up here. I'm used to seeing Timber do this, find these sort of areas, these little spaces, exploit these spaces, but Calafiori with his left foot, with his body shape, he knows how to get there. You know, he wants to create extra overload numbers. And look at Gabriel's position as well here. He's covering Calafiori. You can already see the synergy between the players, and it's really lovely to see that. You know, I think that's Thomas Partey on the ball, who does try and, you know, dink it in there. Diaz anticipates it in the end, but it's the intent, you know, the sort of relationships forming. You can see it really, really good, you know. And again, I talk about Martinelli, who actually gave the assist to Calafiori. Martinelli and Calafiori's sort of link up was so good. They have that Italian within them. Martinelli's a bit of an Italian as well himself. They're both young, they're both hungry, and you can see the connection, and those small things matter. You know, we're going to see Martinelli back at his high levels. He finally contributed with an assist. You know, it's been a while since he's done that. And Calafiori, of course, getting into these beautiful areas where you can attack, create opportunities and overloads. It's just really what you want to see as an Arsenal fan. So really good seeing Calafiori in these attacking areas, being aggressive, you know, being in areas to score and assist. It's just really, really good stuff from him. So yeah, and obviously his aggressiveness as a whole, and I keep mentioning him as a left footer, but it's so key, the fact he is left footed, because it enables him to attack the ball in a different way that a right footer wouldn't be able to. You know, Timber wouldn't be able to get touch tight like this because he's on his back foot, he's on his weaker foot defending those areas. But Calafiori's frame, the way he attacks the ball, it's really good. And I get it, You know, loads of people have said Savino kind of had Calafiori on toast. You can look at it like that, but I think Calafiori was really, really brave and aggressive, trying to get as tight as possible. This one, it went out for a throw-in for City in the end, but lovely tightness from him, you know, knowing when to attack the ball. Because if he won that ball, you know, and it bobbled into the way of Martinelli, look how many numbers we have. Look how many numbers we have. And City, you know, it's a tricky situation for them. It's just beautiful to see the way Calafiori does play the game and the situations you can see happening this season. I want you guys to remember this. There will be a time where Calafiori is really aggressive, we've got an overload and we score from it. He's just that sort of player, that sort of defender, that sort of attacking minded brain, and it's really, really good to see the glimpses of this in the City game. And again, you know, in this second one, the anticipation again. He could stick in this sort of area and be passive, but that's not what Calafiori is. He's a front-footed defender. He wants to attack the little spaces. He gets close to Bernardo Silva. He runs the risk of Savino winning that ball. But again, it's about trust. It's about relationships. He trusts Gabriel to come over and defend this space. He trusts Gabriel 1v1, and he's able to go in those areas to win the ball back, and he did in the end, and it was really, really good from him. It may or may not have gone out for a throw-in, but again, winning that ball back, taking the risks, finding himself in beautiful areas, and potentially creating, you know, this sort of overload for us in an attacking sense. Because again, if he wins that ball, look how many players are around. And I think this is what I love about Arsenal Football Club. It's how aggressive we were. People say, oh, you were defending, but before that stupid, you know, sort of red card decision, we found ourselves in some beautiful areas, you know, in areas where we can win the ball and overload City. It was an absolute masterclass in that first half, and it's a shame because I really do think we could have beat City for 3-4 even if we had 11 man on the pitch. But again, what can we say? When you're playing against an institution as big as City, it is so hard to be equal, to be fair. But let us just move on to the next sort of part. And again, it's the positions Calafiori's picking up in there, you know, drifting into this sort of zone here. And I think this was, you know, Gabriel here, or it might have been William Saliba actually, being brave on the ball, playing past City players. That's 3 City players out the game. And Calafiori receiving it, spotting the space, coming inside. It's the sort of thing which was harder for Timber because he'd be receiving the ball on his weaker left foot. But with Calafiori, it's one touch out of his feet and bang. And you can see he ends up playing this back to Thomas Partey. And in this second sort of screenshot, you can see it again, Calafiori in another area to receive the ball from Thomas Partey. So you can see the lovely movements, the spaces we're getting in, what Calafiori is providing for us. It's really, really good. And look at the overloads. Thomas Partey has so many options. I think he actually did go into the feet of Leandro Trossard, who then played that wide, you know, to Bukayo Saka. But again, the little triangles I'm seeing on the pitch formulating already with Calafiori, with that left foot, with his aggressive nature, with his ability to come inside the pitch. It's really, really lovely to see that. And I'm sure Mikel Arteta is absolutely delighted seeing this. And yeah, I am delighted just watching it. And then, of course, we have the last action, which I think was so brave in the second half. 10 men, you know, it can be easy to kind of sit in your shape, boot the ball away, but that's not what Calafiori is. The ball goes in here from Kovacic. He anticipates it, Calafiori, and you're thinking, all right, just clear the ball, get it away. But no, look at where he ends up with the ball. He dribbles his way out and then finds a lovely ball into Kai Havertz. And it's a shame we didn't have any outlet because we're defending so deep. But it was beautiful to see this, beautiful to see the way we sort of tried to be brave regardless of the 10 men. It was so good to see. And Calafiori, you know, contributed massively to it. People will say he got skinned. For me, I'm looking at the positive aspects. He was really good, really brave away at the Etihad against the best team in the league with their charges and all the corruption at play. He still tried to play his game, and that's all you can really ask for. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, peace.